The theme for our annual giving drive, and indeed all our fundraising efforts this year at Saltwater, is Stronger Together. Throughout the month, we're inviting folks from the congregation to share their stories of why they're a part of this church and how we are truly stronger together. So today, I'm excited to invite Kelsha Lopez-Ram to come forward and share.
Being neurodivergent, it has always been hard for me to connect with other people. Sometimes what I say isn't heard the way it sounds in my own head, and sometimes the words others speak don't make sense to me. We depend on language to create closeness, to build togetherness, but in my world, words have never felt like enough. I work every day with individuals who don't speak. This has taught me something profound. Connection does not begin with language. The Bible tells the story of the Tower of Babel, how when people tried to reach heaven, they were scattered across the earth and given different languages so they could no longer understand one another. I think about that often, all these languages separating us when what really matters is the person the words come from, the spirit beneath them. No matter the culture or tongue, expression is born from the same human core. When we are truly together, we don't need words. Music feels like the myelination of this connection, the pathway that helps it travel. To me, some of the most powerful music often has no lyrics at all. You close your eyes and simply listen. It moves through you without translation. To me, the clearest glimpse of heaven is this: different voices, wordless, rising in harmony and blending into one strong, resonant tone. Just a glimpse, a small one, but enough to feel what oneness might be. I was raised in the independent fundamental Baptist world where Bible verses were discipline, reward, and currency. Memorization was praised. Even so, one verse stayed with me into adulthood. Where two or more are gathered, there I am. My spiritual path has since shifted towards something more earth-based. I can't say I believe in a being above orchestrating or guiding our every step, but I do believe in heaven, not as a distant place, but as a state of harmony, peace, and unity. There is science that echoes this. Research shows that prayer and meditation activate overlapping areas of the brain. I first learned this right here from a seminar given by our own Deborah and Ray Valpy years ago. People describe healing, transformation, profound shifts through both of these practices. Science also speaks of vibration, how different levels of vibrations can stimulate the vagus nerve, which carries both trauma and positive experiences within our bodies, whether or not our minds remember. Even physics tells us that energy does not disappear, it changes form. What we are becomes earth, trees, air, sky, each other. I believe our ancestors are literally with us in the air we breathe. So when I think of heaven, I don't think of somewhere else, I think of here. I think of voices blending without words, wind in a storm, waves crashing in rhythm, the scent of earth after rain, human beings standing together, ego quiet, presence open, not just with each other, but with the earth, sky, and sea. That is where I believe heaven lives. When we are truly one, our voices raised together, wordless, our behavior as communication, our spirits and intent harmonious, many together with nature as one.
So I mentioned before that we are in the midst of our annual giving drive. This is when we ask you to imagine into the future, to think about the time between June 2026 and July 2027 and think what financial resources you might have to share with the church during that time, which is our 26-27 fiscal year. Now, we're not asking you to give us all that money right now. We're asking you to make a promise or a pledge of what you can give this congregation over the course of that next fiscal year so that we can make a budget and plan for what we'll be able to do in that time. When we ask you to think about what you're pledging, We're not asking you to count the cash you put in the offering baskets on Sunday. Our weekly Share the Plate ritual of generosity allows us to practice sharing as individuals and community, uplifting our UU value of generosity. But unless you write a check with pledge in the memo line and drop that in the basket, what you put in the basket is not part of what we're asking you to calculate when you think about your pledge. So, this year, our finance team tells us we need $300,000 worth of pledges to fund the staff, the programs, and the upkeep of our beloved church home on this land that we cherish. Good morning and welcome to Saltwater Unitarian Universalist Church and to our worship service this morning. At Saltwater Church, we practice love, foster connection, nurture spiritual growth, and act for justice. I'm Reverend Alison, your minister here at Saltwater Church, and I am so excited to be co-creating this morning's service with our affiliated community minister, Reverend Jennifer Alvear. That's right. Let's give her a round of applause. So, not every minister is like me, working in a congregation. Some of our UU ministers work out in the community, leading worship at different churches, making connections between different congregations and community partners. One of the requirements for ministers that don't have a congregation like I do is that they find a congregation that's willing to vouch for them and say, we know this person to be a UU minister. That's what our church does for Reverend Jennifer. That's what I mean when I say she's our affiliated community minister. And that happened by a vote of your Saltwater Board about 2 years ago. So when I first arrived here 2.5 years ago, Reverend Jennifer reached out to me. She introduced herself. She introduced me to other ministers in the area. Since then, we've started meeting monthly, one-on-one, and also with a wider group of UU colleagues. Reverend Jennifer was on our neurodiversity panel one Faith Formation Sunday. She helped me lead our UU Climate Justice Revival. And so this will be the first time that Reverend Jennifer and I have led worship for Saltwater together. And I did that on purpose because we are in the middle of our Stronger Together annual giving drive. And I think I speak for both myself and Reverend Jennifer when I say that our ministries are stronger together. And both of our ministries depend on this church. Reverend Jennifer isn't an employee, but she needs us to exist so that we can vouch for her authenticity as a UU community minister. She needs Saltwater Church, and so do I, and so do you. And that's why the church needs pledges of financial support during our annual giving drive. We'll talk a little bit more about that later.
So there I was being all Catholic-y and stuff. And went through a series of deconversion, like many people did. And then we moved from Renton to Auburn. And we found ourselves without community. Apparently, driving from Renton to Auburn is too far for us to go to see our old friends, and too far for our old friends to come to go see us. So we went looking for community, and we stumbled upon UU. And I told my sister about you guys, and she said, oh yeah, they're definitely liberal and religious, right? But then my wife Aubrey, my beautiful wife Aubrey, was diagnosed with cancer, and we really needed some community. And so I said, I can't do this by myself. Can someone come help me? So members of the congregation came to our house while I went off to work and sat with Aubrey during the Summer Olympics last year, just to be with her. And it was very important to us, very important. So we decided to become members of the church. Went and talked to Reverend Alison. Yeah, you got to sign a book, you got to take this little 101 thing, and we'll have this good conversation and all that sort of stuff. So we became members. And then wouldn't you know, the very next week, I lost my job. And then the very next service was Pledge Week. And Reverend Alison turned into Oprah Winfrey. You get a pledge, and you get a pledge, and you get a pledge. I thought, well, well, crap. I'm living off of savings here, Rev. What am I going to do? He's like, don't worry, we'll give you this waiver. So, okay, well, fine. So I can still be a member and come to church and not feel too guilty and that sort of thing. But turns out there's, being Catholic, they had this time, treasure, and talent, right? Well, I didn't have the treasure. Still working on the talent, right? But I got plenty of time. And I'm a CPA, certified public accountant, and I was like, well, maybe I'll just join one of the committees here. So I said, well, what committee could a certified public accountant join? What committee? That's correct. The facilities and maintenance team. So I joined the facilities maintenance team. I'm building some cabinets. They're still, it takes a while, but I'm building some cabinets for the front room. I made a cutting board for the bazaar, right? We don't like capitalism, but we still have a bazaar, right? She said it, not me. So I made the cutting board, show up to a couple of meetings, and there was ways that I could give as a member of the church that didn't really involve money, right? Making a cutting board didn't involve a $2,000 annual contribution or anything like that. But it was something that I could do for our community to make our community better. There's people every week who come in and make coffee for everybody. Thank you for that. That's extremely important, especially the coffee part. There's people who come every week and host game night. If you haven't been to a game night, you should come. It's super fun. Thank you for those who come and host game night. There's those every week who usher, whether it's online or in person. That is an important role we need here at UU. And for those who came to my house and sat with my wife while she was sick and needed time, thank you. Your time is precious, and it's a gift.
Thank you so much, Mark. As we ask folks to plan and pledge the amount of money they'll be able to give to Saltwater Church from July 26 through June 27, we understand that for some people that will not be possible, and that's okay. Just email me and ask for a financial hardship waiver. I'll say yes. But you know what else? No pledge is too small. If you can't give that $2,000 donation Mark mentioned, we will celebrate the $200 or the $20 or the $2 donation, whatever you can afford in the course of the year. And as we celebrate the conclusion of our annual giving drive on the 29th, we're going to celebrate with a volunteer fair, because there are so many ways to give, and we want to uplift that gift of time and talent that Mark was talking about today.
Hearts full. This is lovely. So for the prayer of blessing the work of our hands, I invite you to join me in this responsive reading. The words will be on the slides, and I will read the first italicized line, and please respond with a line in regular print that follows. So I will begin. Blessed be the works of your hands, O Holy One.
Blessed be these hands that have touched life.
Blessed be these hands that have nurtured creativity.
Blessed be these hands that have held pain.
Blessed be these hands that have embraced with passion.
Blessed be these hands that have tended gardens.
Blessed be these hands that have closed in anger.
Blessed be these hands that have planted new seeds.
Blessed be these hands that have cleaned, washed, mopped, and scrubbed.
Blessed be these hands that are wrinkled and scarred from doing justice.
Blessed be these hands that have reached out and been received.
Blessed be these hands that hold the promise of the future.
Blessed be these hands, blessed be the works of your hands, O Holy One. Amen. Blessed be.
This morning, for our reading, we are sharing a litany written by you. On the last Sunday in February, we asked this congregation to write down the ways that we are stronger together. And that's what Ray and I are sharing with you this morning. We are stronger together.
Our shared compassion.
Through love and faith.
Through our support and connection.
Connecting with one another helps us support each other, amplifying our strength.
We can rest in each other's strength.
We focus on creating a caring community.
We are stronger together.
Because we need each other.
And when we share our passions and gifts, we create a beautiful mosaic.
We are stronger together because we can only effectively resist tyranny together.
We are able to provide diverse solutions to complex problems.
We have more power when we come together.
Like values make us stronger.
We are a mighty choir singing loudly, one big voice for peace and justice.
We are stronger together when we join our voices and make a great noise. Let's make good trouble.
We are stronger together because there is safety in numbers and we bolster each other to be courageous.
We can encourage and hold one another.
Together, we can bring our individual strengths to overcome and support each other's weaknesses.
Community gives us strength and support.
Everyone struggles with something. Struggling alone is one of the hardest tasks. Community gives us the support to not fight alone.
We are stronger together because our strengths and abilities, when combined, compensate for our individual frailties and deficits.
We are stronger together because we all have different skills and strengths and personalities, and we need it all.
We all have different skills that complement each other.
For as in one body, we have many members, and the members do not have the same function. So we, though many, are one body and individually members of one another.
We are stronger together because we can help one another and be helped by one another.
We are stronger together because cooperation is a principal strength and joy of the human race, and leaning into it in positive ways makes the impossible possible.
We are inherently communal creatures and need each other to survive.
So when we work together, we don't just survive. We can love, grow, and thrive.
Union makes us strong.
Because that is how life is designed.
We are not meant to be alone and isolated.
People need connection. Community is important.
Music, meditation, prayer, games, food, familiarity, these make us stronger by giving us peace, joy, love, purpose, and belonging.
We share ideas, support, joy, community, respect, and hope. We are stronger together when we respect one another.
We are stronger together in a place where we feel welcome.
We are stronger together because we are welcoming.
We are stronger together because our shared perspective is wider than any one of us could ever see.
We bring different strengths and ideas together to come to something stronger.
A bundle of spaghetti noodles is harder to break than a single noodle.
One person can make a small difference. Many people working together can make a huge difference.
We are stronger together because many hands make quick work.
Many hands make work easier and allow us to reach those hands out into the community.
While one person doing the right thing is good, many doing so makes those in charge take notice.
We are stronger together when we support the day center and lobby City Hall.
We stand up to hate speech and intimidation at school board meetings and elections.
We are stronger together when we give gifts for the giving tree for so many children.
We are stronger together as a thick branch is stronger than a twig.
Shared values make us stronger.
We are stronger together because joy shared is joy magnified, and suffering shared lessens the burden of suffering. This is our strength, our blessing, and our gift to each other and to ourselves.
More love, more caring, more action, together.